President Barack Obama will address a joint session of Congress on Tuesday night. Now, this is not technically a State of the Union address, but it is an invited address where Obama talks to Congress, and given all that's going on, it'll be a highly watched and perhaps important address on the part of the president. His first major address to the nation since he took office back on January 20th. We went and asked the American public, what do you think Obama should talk about in that address? What issues should he address in the address, so to speak? Well, the answers are not surprising. 74% of Americans say it's something about the economy that the president should talk about. Not a great shock, but the data conclusively show that the president needs to focus on domestic issues of the economy in terms of what the public, his constituents, wanting to talk about. Everything else is clearly secondary. We were very specific. We probed and asked Americans, tell us exactly what it is about the economy you want Obama to talk about. Here's the list of the top 5 things: jobs and unemployment, then the banking situation, the possibility of a banking bailout, then the stimulus package, then the housing crisis and the plan to help people that are being foreclosed on, and finally, health care and cost of health care. Notice some of these topics are very specific about the kinds of things that the government's been getting involved in, the plans to help the banks and help homeowners and so forth. What is it that small percent of Americans who don't mention something about the economy would like the president to address? Well, wars in general, followed by a war in Iraq and the war in Afghanistan. That's part of what's mentioned. And also a small percent of Americans say Obama should talk about education. Bottom line out of this, Mr. President, if you're watching, the advice to you from your constituents: address the economy tonight and talk specifically about jobs, banking, the stimulus package, housing, and health care. I'm Dr. Frank Newport, Editor-in-Chief of the Gallup poll.